Okay. Are we ready?
Ugh.
This is going to be approximately 10 minutes long. I gotta do this in a very, very annoying and specific way. So apologies for this. Let's see, share screen. This one, audio. Here we go. All right, chat. Let me get the chat pulled up here so I can actually see it while we go. You guys ready? This is going to be bad. That's all I got.
So yeah, she's got really sensitive G-spot because apparently I don't believe Ethan, Mr. C, any of her past boyfriends and ex-husbands, they haven't really reached and hit her G-spot really in their dicks.
Right.
They were more focused on themselves really, as opposed to focusing on her, which that's my focus.
Right. Yeah, true. But at the convention, make sure to have a lot of fun with. Make sure to have push her, have a lot of fun with her, right? Because because now you're doing this for your mom. Yeah, make sure I'll be there. I'll be there watching you guys, making sure that nobody is trying to. Sorry, my throat. Nobody's trying to hurt you, do anything. I'll take photos of you too. The dance would be awesome. We can take turns. I'd like to dance with her too, and then you guys can take the slow dance or whatever. And
all the other
yeah.
Okay, let me just say something here.
The audio's terrible.
Audio's terrible, but fuck this lady.
Yeah. Goading?
Like, fuck this lady.
Yeah.
I think I got the echo fix, guys. Sorry, the audio on this is way louder coming through my speakers than I thought it would be. So, wow.
I mean, okay, so here's the thing. This is borderline coercion. This reminds me of like the Donald Sterling audio tape. But she's clearly like leading into these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Real quickly, someone asked if I would slow the chat down. No, I don't enable slow mode on the chat ever. Sorry, that's just not how I do things. Okay, let's get back to this. That was this person can have something terrible happen. Holy fuck.
For the convention
right.
Well.
But how are you feeling, Christine? How are you feeling? Because I know there's a lot of societal pressure on you about, like, this thing with Barbara. There's a lot of societal pressure and a lot of people, consciously who would judge, and, there's a lot of eyes on you. It must be very stressful.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm so sorry about all that stuff, yeah.
Well, still have Max Channing Brazil dance with.
You always have them. Okay.
The incest fanfics have come true and shit.
I didn't even know there was such a thing. I didn't even know there was incest fanfics. Were there about you and Barbara? I can't believe that. I didn't even think that. I knew that you guys had a good relationship, but I always thought, because I'm not huge on Christery and, whatever, I just thought that the whole Sonetry franchise was very interesting, and that's how I got into you when I was younger, right? But I didn't have any idea that Barbara was, that Barbara and you had that sort of relationship. I never got any of those vibes. But how did you approach her?
Approached her with care and caution.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a time approach. So I just gave her comfort and talked with her, and we just branched out slow and steady, and then I encouraged her positively, let her make the first move. She wanted to do it.
She did? Really? She made the first move?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow, Barbara. How did she do it, if you don't mind me asking? What was the first move?
was her first move, but my approach was, I forgot exactly what terminology and approach I used, but I approached with care and caution.
That's good.
And I was direct and upfront with her for the most part.
That's good. And how did she respond when you approached her? What'd she say?
I don't remember exactly what she said, but it was I think she was partially confused at one point, but then she came around, obviously, with more approaching than I was doing with her along the way.
Right. So she got into it. How was the first kiss? You kissed her? How did that feel? Having known this woman for your whole life, how did that...
Fucking criminy.
It's like I have to really listen because the audio is because if you focus on anything other than like the words,
Yeah.
you have to really lean in and absorb what she's saying. Okay, let's start with the fact that she's basically she's like that bad interviewer, right?
Yeah.
Who like leans into things, being like,
well, I think what's going on, if I had to guess,
that's a voice changer, first of all.
Yeah, and she's got a recorder.
Yep.
And she's got Chris on speakerphone.
Yep.
And so she's like basically yelling into a recorder.
Yep.
And she's recording the shit that's coming out of a speakerphone. So that's why it sounds terrible. Just like if you're going to record a phone call, like get on a computer with a microphone, for Christ's sake, and fucking just record it through any number of audio recording softwares like that, or your phone. You just download an app that'll record the call that won't sound like you're screaming from Mount Olympus.
Yep. Yeah, she's trying to collect information on dude. Like,
yeah,
it's very clear.
But at the same time, like very, very disgusting. Like encouraging this in any is horrifying. Like this is horrible. Wow. Just fucking God, terrible. Okay. I needed a breather. I'm disgusted.
I feel.
Oh yeah, I mean it was simple lip to lip kiss content, but yeah, it was actually good and it felt right.
When did you start having feelings for Barbara?
Obviously for a long time. I mean, I remember even mentioning some time ago in one of the videos that I even had dreams where I had sex with her, obviously.
Really?
So,
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's right. The Oedipus concept.
Oh, Oedipus, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. How, if you don't mind me asking, I know that's probably personal, you have to answer, but how is the sex?
I'd say it was satisfactory. It took a while. It took a few tries to...
It took a few tries, yeah. She's older.
And plus, also, she's very understanding about the whole thing as well. I was direct with her, still direct and honest with her. I made sure that obviously, I'm never going to propose marriage to her at all because we're all daughter and mom.
Yeah, Mom.
Propose marriage to your mom? So basically, this guy was courting. I mean, can we use that word in this context, Nick? I mean,
I don't fucking know.
In a twisted way,
this is awful.
He's courting his mom because when someone says like, "Hey, Nick, how did you get in there?" You're like, "Oh yeah, I did," and you give a step by step.
Yeah,
but it's your, hey, when did you first start developing feelings for your mom? Like, you fucking serious?
That should end. That question should be responded to with only a bullet. That should be the end of that conversation.
Courtesy of Ronnie O'Neal III.
Yeah.
In Roblox.
Yeah. Those were shells. Those weren't bullets. Okay. So someone said,
mother and daughter.
Shit. Someone said it's not encouraging. It already happened. Yeah. But again, from the text messages, right here in the text messages, it says, and I took the input and focused on getting blood flow into the groin area, which seems to suggest to me that the person was giving Chris Chan advice on what to do. And if that's true, there's not enough gas in the world
Mhm.
for that person. Like, this should be immediately discouraged. There should be, that's not troll worthy. That's not, there's no internet justification for that. It's just over. All right, you ready?
No.
No. What's up?
I'm thinking about what I just listened to.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and push play.
You know, they say there's no stronger bond than a mother and her daughter. Sorry?
We've been doing it every third night, and the first night being on June 27th.
Oh, you have a routine. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, at least you have a stable relationship, because you know it's not going to end. Like, if anything happened, you'd still be you'd still be mother and daughter. It's not going to like be explosive breakup, right? At least that's comforting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said since June.
It took us a few nights.
Right.
It took us a few nights to figure out what go right and what didn't feel right. And
Does your mother enjoy it?
She's having a good time, by the way.
She is? She's having a good time?
Especially what we figured out.
That's good to hear. Do you guys act more like mother and daughter, or do you guys act more like, lovers? When, like, say you come home from, the supermarket and you see Barbara, do you say, hey, sweetheart, or do you say, hi, mom?
Yeah, I haven't called her in quite some time now.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I'm more often calling her love at this point.
But you recently started dating Fiona, isn't that's true, right? In an open relationship?
Yeah, it's between Barbara and I, it is an open relationship, and I made that very clear with her.
Right. Is Barbara dating anybody else?
Not.
No?
Stop having
But
COVID.
she's fine
What the
with
fuck
you
is
dating
wrong
other
with you?
people, right?
Yeah, she's okay.
Do you guys go on any dates or anything romantic like that?
Well, not anything extravagant, but we do, as often as possible, eat at the dinner table together.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to do much lately because I've had to switch to a soup diet because after getting the crown, my tooth.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, these days.
Right.
And plus, she's still trying to remember her inner child.
Right. That's true, yeah.
Well, but I'm encouraging her towards the positives, and
Right.
be like homemaker.
Yeah. Knowing you, Christine, I think that because I understand that she's mature, and she's mature and she's wise. She's wise in her ways. She has experience and she loves you, and you two have a great relationship. But wouldn't you want somebody who's younger, right? To keep up more with your energy? Yeah. A lot of time with your mom, like whatever you have left with her. That makes sense because, you don't know how long she has left. So you just you just don't want her to be lonely or anything, right?
Yeah, obviously. But I still would want somebody who was.
What are we listening to, man?
What the fuck is this? What is this? What is this shit? This isn't supposed to exist.
Dude. So, hold on. He's been arrested, right?
No. There's not been an arrest and a criminal charge. So what has happened so far is at this point, Chris has been served a protective order and ordered to leave the home.
And he doesn't have anywhere to go. That's why he's on the road, like living in a car, right?
Allegedly on the street. Who knows? So Chris has left the home and they have taken Barbara to some sort of facility for testing and observation of some sort. Probably going to test her mental capacity. Probably going to ask her questions about what happened. Did you consent to this? Whatever. Like, they're going to try and suss it out. So charges, if they happen, would come at a later time than this. Why do you ask? Why do you ask?
Why is this dude? So is he gonna blame all this on the autism? Is that what he's doing? Like,
Don't know.
because
I don't know. I don't know what he's technically speaking. If he's severe, like with if his autism actually impairs his view of the world, probably not, right? Like he probably wouldn't. His lawyer might if he had a lawyer appointed or something like that. But it depends, I guess.
Mhm.
We've got a minute and 40
Put
seconds
this dude
left.
up against the wall twice.
What about that? What about this caller? What do you think of her?
Okay, who do you think is worse? Because he has a certain level of disability, so you can kind of excuse at least some of kind of Gail, right? I'm assuming Gail is schizophrenic.
Yeah.
So if someone asks you who's worse, Gail or her fan club, the fan club is worse. They're exploiting her. So, wow.
I don't know what predates this phone call, but this person's encouraging this. On the other hand, the caller did expose this, right? They turned over these DMs, they turned over this phone call, and that led to stopping what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the status of the caller really, really depends on what happened before the sexual encounters with Barb. To me, if they were inducing it and encouraging it beforehand, yeah. If they're playing along for the call to try and get Chris to confess, maybe that was their plan.
That's what's. I mean, this is clearly like you said,
they're clearly trying to get information. But it depends on if they were.
Well, you guys say he's autistic. How autistic is this dude? Because anyone would know this, right?
Have you seen? I showed you pictures of Chris Chan. So the question is, and we won't be able to know this unless something else happens, but if Bella was part of a troll plan to get Chris to sleep with his mom, that deserves hell, the firing squad, burning at the stake, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
If they found out about it by happenstance and then just induced Chris to give as much information as possible, that's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what the answer is to that. But he's declared disabled autistic. He literally believes that the world he created is real. Like not in an abstract sense, like in a real sense. He has a very altered perception of reality.
Mm-hmm.
So fuck. Okay, we got a minute 40 left. Let's see what we can do.
Or close to my age, obviously. I don't know, maybe.
You don't want anyone who's younger?
Not too many others at this time. But I mean, obviously, with my affirmations, I'm attracting my twin flame, and we proceed towards it more slowly.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm paying the volume for I can't. I have a really bad ear because I got sick. Like you can hear my voice. It's hard to hear anything at all. But I could hear you now. Go ahead.
All right. So anyway, with the events and everything, and I was feeling like I really need a sexual release.
Mm-hmm.
And not too many individuals from this side of the arc were coming up to the plate right here. So, and then everything was coming into good alignment, and it was the signs were all there. Even Emmanuel, God just said it was okay, and God was towards it.
God said this is okay? Yeah, then you don't have anything to worry about if God himself said this is fine.
Yeah. And so, I gave a lot of time for myself. I was like, okay, so I'll take a time for it. So.
But how did this happen? How did this come about?
Well, long which just mainly I was really, really horny, and I need the true and honest relationship to come about. So obviously, this was one of the best ways to do it. Despite it being with I don't want to believe labels at all, but I mean, obviously.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so there's more of that conversation that apparently was not released. but
Clearly, there's more.
fucking hell. So what were you gonna say just a second ago?
I hope my train of thought was completely derailed. There's so much wrong with the whole thing, right? Like,
What a fucking disaster.
I don't know what to call any of this.
Lord, I'm sorry for everything that I've done because I must be in hell listening to that. Yeah. I don't know either, man. This is insane. Like, this is actual legitimate.
Even like the crazy stuff that we heard and stuff was like at least normal. Like even the Gail was funny, all right? Like, haha.
Gail just falls bait. She's schizophrenic.
Yep.
And then people use that to get her to say silly things. They get her to say like crazy stuff or racist stuff.
Yep.
It's like, haha. She doesn't realize that
Yep. No self-awareness.
Right. She's making fun of the Jesuits or whatever. We've convinced her that the Jesuits are an evil order of murderers, and that's funny. That is kind of funny. But this is different. Like, this is resulting in real harm, like real legit harm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. That's fucking gross. I don't know how you reconcile it. Like, I got nothing. I can't see encouraging this.
Nope.
Like, because whatever happened, somebody, maybe even two parties, were legitimately harmed by this. Like, Barb definitely is being taken advantage of. Even if she consents, I don't care. That's consenting based on her weird relationship with her son, which should be put down like a dog with AIDS, right? And then Chris may have been harmed. Well, I would say they're both harmed by this in general, but Chris may have been harmed because Chris may have been induced into this sort of act too. This is gross.
Oh, what did I just watch or listen to it?
I don't know, man.
That's where we're at, Nick. That's where we're at, right?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's that's gross, man.
So here's what ends up happening, Nick. You know when you hear some stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know, reminds me of, have you ever like read stories or something like today, right? The guy yeeted the chick, the decapitation. Okay, that's bad. But if you heard them like doing something to kids, everyone's just kind of like, oh yeah, this is out of control. That's what this is like, because okay, elderly and children are the two most vulnerable people, right?
Yeah.
And yet here this dude is doing this to what you said was a 79, 80-year-old grandma. Like, ugh.
Yeah. Yep. It's and look, guys, so people are talking about the autism stuff. I'm not saying he did this because he's autistic. I'm not saying it's connected to the autism. That's going to be one of their potential legal arguments that they'll make, but that'll be up to them to make it. Wow. Whoops. Sorry.
You're all good. Oh my God, dude. So Nick, okay, where do you think we're at that people have encouraged this kind of stuff?
I don't know, man.
Because I'm assuming. Wait, okay. So here's a question: What did his fan club say about all this? I'm assuming this was exposed, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the fan club has said. I mean, most people's reaction is just abject horror.
Like, does anyone in the chat know about that? Because that
there were rumors and thought like there's like the idea that, oh, maybe Chris is banging his mom. Like, that stuff's been thrown out, you know, like put out there as a possibility, but no one had any confirmation.
Yep. Damn.
I don't know, man. It's a mess. This is.
I hear someone saying Barb is crazy. It was always horrible. You know what? Do you know what's a big determining thing in this though, Nick? It's something that we've always talked about: the prevalence or lack thereof of the strong father. Right? His dad may have had some issues, and obviously, with the infidelity, blah blah blah. Maybe it's because he was driven to someone else because this chick is crazy, right? Barb.
Yeah.
Nick, look at how much everything unraveled though. Like this is where we're at. You take dad out of the house and you start getting stuff like that. Nick, when have you ever heard of some shit like this? I snuck into a room.
God damn it, Flake. His mom isn't even hot though. You stop it.
Oh. No, that's what I'm saying with Evil Bunny. Like that's what I'm saying. The moment that the dad is out of the picture, do you know who was similar to this, Nick? Aaron Hernandez went off the rails once his dad died.
Yeah.
They just, dude.
Yeah, it's a mess. And guys, I don't know that Chris was induced into this. We're exploring the possibilities of what's going on. We've no idea. Like I said, if the caller who was talking to Chris induced him, that's a different level of terrible. But if the caller was just getting Chris to expose what he had done, that's actually not that bad. That's trying to end the, like if they said, if Chris sent, they're messaging Chris and talking to him, and Chris like, by the way, I did this. Because you notice it opens up with, I had another roll around in the hay with my mom, or another romp in the hay. That's, if they go, what the fuck? And then they get them like, tell me about it, then expose them. That's not a bad thing. I'm not condemning the caller except for anything other than shit audio and coughing loudly into the mic. That's really irritating. But no, I don't know the backstory to there.
So then that begs the question, Nick, what's in the other call, right?
Yeah.
Because that was cut off.
Yeah, what's the rest of the
What's
call?
the rest of it?
Maybe it was just, maybe he moved on to, like, that's the interesting thing. Maybe he just moved on to other conversation. We don't know. We don't know. Whatever it is, it deserves all of the holy fire of heaven purging it from the earth. Gross. Okay.